All right. Welcome to the first ever episode of the Tilt Express podcast. My name is Xander,
My name is Nathan.
and this is going to be our podcast.
Yep.
This is the very beginning of
This is us.
our new journey. Think of us having to pick a Pokemon right here. What are you picking?
Bulbasaur.
Oh,
I mess up Bulbasaur, bro.
I saw a crazy theory the other day. We're going to introduce ourselves in a second, but that Ash's Pikachu was his father's, and his father left it for Professor Oak to Professor Oak for him, and that's why Ash's Pikachu was kind of overpowered for a lot of it. Also, why didn't listen to Ash at the beginning.
So at the beginning of our journey, we met in high school,
Yes,
and we didn't really pay much attention to class. But we did play Pocket Tanks on my iPod that we passed back and forth in class, and that was a great turn-based game where we're a tank and we shoot at each other, and it was a lot of dumb, easy fun.
we had
for
awesome
14-year-olds.
weapons. It had all the weapons you would choose, and then some of them like had different abilities. It was cool. That was our origin story.
Yep.
But that didn't make us friends. We just did that to kill time in one of our high school classes. We didn't become friends till after high school, actually.
Yep. So we started college.
That's when life really began. I
Yep.
would say. I think we're the only respective friends we have from our grade left.
Yep.
Plus,
Pretty much.
maybe one or two.
We have one or two. We'll call them associates
They
rather
s-
than friends.
They're stragglers.
Just
you know
life kinda
who
drifts us
you are.
apart.
You know who you are. I hope you see this.
Damn, that was personal.
The deep port, bro.
Anyway,
I gotta shout him out, Davenport. You're still a homie. We love you. Anyways,
so we wanted to start this podcast because we have always had this idea of creating content, and we've done it a few times. We've made a video, we've done a stream, but we never really actually committed to it. That's what we're doing now.
I've had my
we're making
spurs.
sure we commit to it.
I've had my big spurs of streaming. I still want to stream, but big spurs of like 3 months at a time where I'll stream like 4 or 5 times a week, and then I'll just drop off the face of the planet for like a year.
Yeah.
I do it like once a year. It's like a ritual, but I'm hoping it sticks around. I'm
Yeah.
hoping this podcast, that's the point, right?
Yeah, we
Kind
gotta-
of do
we
something
gotta
we've
stick
always
to it.
wanted to do, like you said.
It's not the
stick to
yearly
it.
Minecraft 2-week addiction. It's the we're actually gonna do
We
this.
haven't done that in like 2 years.
Good. I'm done with Minecraft. I'm fine. I don't need it anymore.
I need it.
No.
I'm like, I'm watching everybody in the Discord play Valheim, and I'm just like,
I need something.
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, we're sticking to it.
Yep.
Let's keep going. Let's go right into it, guys. Today we're gonna be talking about, what are we gonna be talking about, Nathan?
The different eras and generations that have gone past from our favorite shows.
Anime
Anime.
eras. I'm never gonna let him introduce anything.
Nope, bad idea. I'm good at cooking ideas. I'm not good at turning the stove on.
I'll turn all the stoves on. I have none of the knowledge. You are the knowledge bank here,
I'm the
brother.
encyclopedia.
Today we're
going to
be talking about some of the eras that we've lived through, anime wise.
the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and now the 2020s, who don't really have.
we didn't entirely live through the 90s, but we got the remnants.
We
And
got,
we
like,
got
the
to go
back end
back
of
and
it.
watch some of that stuff. I don't remember any
They
of
didn't
it.
start at 90 and cut off at 2000. It was like 90s and bled into the 2000s a little bit, and then
And
the
then the
2000s bled into the
2010s,
2010s, and 2010s
and
are bleeding into 2020s.
So on and so forth. Yeah.
Nothing that we really know about started in the 2020s. I think JJK started in 2020.
No,
I think he's a little older.
I think JJK started in 19 or 18. It was,
No, the back
it
end
was
of
definitely
20
pre-COVID.
2010s.
JJK was pre-COVID. And that's how I know 2020 was COVID.
There's something really past 2020 that I can think of that's like, oh, here's this new generation.
Oh, man.
Maybe we're just getting old.
Things that are going to have longevity, that are going to stick around long time. Not a lot, but like that breed of anime is dying, though.
Yeah.
We're now at the end of an era, right? We're at the end of that 2010s bleed to 2020 era,
Yeah.
where like JJK, I mean, the manga's done. We have
Jujutsu
like,
Kaisen's finishing.
I think we have
My
2
Hero just
seasons left of
finished.
JJK. 2 seasons of anime, maybe
Like
3.
two or three.
My Hero is over,
My Hero
and
just
anime we
finished.
only have one more season. We should
No, I
only-
think it should be finishing this season.
This
They'll,
one-
they'll probably extend it one more season, I guess.
I think there's no way. I mean, they're already 13 episodes into this season.
Oh yeah, I don't think they can wrap it up in 10.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. So they'll definitely find a hard cutoff and whatever. But that's basically done. One Piece
Still
been
going, still
around
kicking it
forever.
since the
That's
90s.
a different era, I guess, than the last two we named. That one's still going. But
Demon
that one will
Slayer
be done
started and
soon.
ended already.
Yeah, manga wise.
Attack on
Anime we
Titan.
have
Attack on Titan lasted
anime
forever.
we have 3 movies for Demon Slayer, right? They're doing 3 or 2 movies for the.
Oh, I think there's one more. I'm not caught up in the anime. I
You're not
finished.
caught up on the anime.
No, I finished the manga, so I know everything.
Well,
that's going
yeah,
on.
but like
the anime is just pretty to look at.
yeah, it's real pretty. Go watch it.
Yeah.
The training arc was really good. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed
What are
it.
they at now? They're at Infinity Castle.
They just dropped into the Infinity Castle.
Okay.
Spoilers, warning. I guess we're a little late on that.
It's not like even if you just started. It's not like you know what the Infinity
last
Castle
scene
is.
Muzan cracking everybody into the Infinity Castle. He hit the fuck it button. He was like, all right,
Okay.
oh well. Because again, spoiler warning.
There's gonna be a lot of spoilers, so if you're not caught up. I mean, you should be. So
yeah, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing if you're not caught up
yeah,
on like the new big three, right?
yeah.
Like,
What do you
I'm
mean not caught up on One Piece? It's only 1,100.
I'm not caught up on the new big three. I'm a fucking liar. Only anime. I'm only caught up anime. JJK only anime. My Hero only anime.
Yep.
Um,
I'm the one that reads. He's the one that watches.
Demon Slayer only anime. Wow, what? I suck.
What? Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
Or are you a
It
real
ends
nerd?
when the guy with the beads cuts off Muzan's head.
Oh, the flashback to the first time. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. It's like one more. They can cover the rest in like a movie.
I think they're doing 2 or 3 movies. Is what they're splitting it into.
It's not a lot of content left. There's like
just-
there's like 5 fights and like no real story that happens.
I'm just like I said, I'm just telling you what I heard. I don't know for a fact if they all how much or what, but I know all they got left is movies. They're not
What do you
doing
think-
another season of anime.
What do you think is the best of the newest generations, like post 2010?
JJK?
You think JJK is the best?
Ooh, well, post 2010.
Post 2010.
I mean, Attack on Titan.
You have
exists.
the 2011 Hunter x Hunter remake.
No,
You have Attack on Titan.
I love Hunter x Hunter. It's one of my comfort shows, especially as of late.
Mhm.
I didn't watch Hunter x Hunter until 2021. Like, I'm really late on Hunter x Hunter. I was really late on Attack on Titan too. Attack on Titan was going into its last season when I binged it.
Mhm.
Uh,
Probably the best way to do it. I think waiting between it was like,
I mean, you guys went through a grueling process.
that was horrible.
Like, anime onlys went through a grueling process. They went through like on a 3-year hiatus, 4-year hiatus, like twice.
Was it that long? It might have been that long.
Yeah,
It felt that long.
People forget. Like, Attack on Titan started in 13.
In 13, it was that long ago?
Yeah.
It was in high school
It
when
ran
Attack on
for
Titan came out?
Yeah, like 13, 14. It ran like 10 years. Yeah, we were in fucking high school, I think.
Damn.
You can check it on your phone. I don't have my phone on me, but I'm pretty sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm going to call to you guys to correct us a lot because we talk a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, no, but I'm right about everything. Even though
We don't know shit about shit at the same time. So it's like, it's just a big clusterfuck. Anyways,
best of the newest generation for you.
best, if we're
I think
including-
undoubtedly Attack on Titan had the biggest influence.
Oh, for sure. But the thing is like, all right, this is a great. The best way I see it is like my brother does not watch anime. He hates the medium.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with anything other than he just doesn't like animated shit.
Okay.
But he loved Attack on Titan.
Okay.
You won't watch anything else. I can't get him to sit through JJK. He says JJK is boring,
It's weird how
which is crazy to me. But I mean,
people have such a hard time getting into anime, but the one that made it popular was the one about people getting eaten by giant monsters. Like,
Well,
why is that? Why is that the gateway for it? Like that's so weird to me.
it was adulty. At no point did JJK feel like childish. Or
Adult.
Attack on Titan never felt childish,
Yeah, I can see that.
like ever.
I think that was the biggest gripe at the time. It's like, oh, like kids watch that, so we don't watch it. But even the kids at the time weren't watching it.
Well, yeah.
Except for me.
Well,
I was
what
a
do you
loner.
mean?
Like, oh, Attack on Titan is more adulty, so more people are inclined to get into it.
Mhm.
But even kids our age weren't into the kid stuff. Like me and a few.
I mean, I guess.
Like, why is adulty the the
Well,
line of
no, it
medium.
just made it mainstream because it wasn't like it didn't have. All right, it didn't have a lot of the childish anime tropes. Is
Okay,
more what I'm
I
getting
see
at,
that.
like the goofiness, the cringiness. It didn't have any of that.
Yeah, straight to the point, very serious.
Yeah, yeah. At no point did Attack on Titan have like that cringy love interest.
Okay.
Like even with
I
like
mean, it definitely
mutual.
did, but
Well, the mutual
not
interest
up front.
between Mikasa and Eren
Yeah.
is not cringy.
hmm
It's got depth. It's deep. It's like you saved me. I owe you everything. I owe
Mhm.
you who I am. And Eren looking at her and obviously Armin at the same time, but like no, but you guys saved me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm doing this for you guys. Like
When you say it like that's cringe.
I fucking hate you. Anyways, oh let me not hover that.
Just in case. Do you think that well, what do you let's start here. What do you think is your favorite?
If that would have fucked up, I would have jumped off a bridge.
If you're what is your favorite and which generation is it from?
Okay, wait. We haven't addressed the question, the first question. Let's not jump. Let's not jump.
Okay.
The best new gen,
That's new gen.
I think, objectively, is always Attack on Titan.
Okay. What are our metrics? Amount of influence, the quality of the work itself.
All of it, all of the above.
Mm.
The quality of work, whether it was the first animation studio or the second animation, whether it was WIT or Mappa,
Sure.
both were incredible.
Okay.
The pacing, the storytelling, the world building,
Mhm.
Character development, all of the above. I think it was by far, even down to characters like Hanji,
Mhm.
got full development. I mean, Levi,
I think Hanji is one of the best side characters written
yeah,
from any of the new gen, like
Yeah.
period.
first
'Cause, like,
100%.
This isn't a character.
Even the food girl,
that's-
who I loved. I can't remember her name.
you loved her
Sasha.
enough to not remember her
Sasha.
name.
Sasha.
She was so
I
important to me.
loved her. Everybody.
I think what was respectable about Hanji as a character is, she's kind of like the side character. She's like the assistant to like the main captain guy, right? And then, she has to take the role of someone important, and you see how she handles it. She's very tough and upfront, but behind it, she's like, man, she's really the best player. I said it, so I kind of have to follow through
Yeah.
with it. So you kind of like,
Yeah.
man, I can relate to that.
All the characters had depth. Yeah. To me, all the characters, like those are the metrics I'm looking at. Again, world building, animation, like art, like style, the way it's stylized, it's consistent, character development.
I think overall, in
storytelling.
terms of quality,
it's the
I think
closest
Attack on Titan is probably the best of the new gen.
by far. Not by far.
By far. Demon Slayer probably
By far?
visually looks the best.
No. By far though, because JJK is like right on its ass.
JJ is good at having a very compact story where
That's the only
the
thing
pacing
with
is not
JJK.
so fast, but it doesn't linger on anything for too long. It's like we're getting to the next point where the characters are doing making sense for
Yeah.
the character. We're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
harping on this thing for too long.
I think the only thing with JJK that
the
bugs
tournament arc
me-
was like 4 episodes.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't long.
I think the only thing that bugs me with JJK for the most part is the world building. We don't
Yeah.
really know a whole lot about the world.
Yeah. Outside
Like-
the literal bubble, like
Yeah,
JJK suffers from I'm seeing the only thing that's happening.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot going on outside of what they're experiencing,
Yeah,
and
outside
like,
what's on screen.
I don't know. We're pampered with that though. Like
Yeah.
we have One Piece.
Yeah.
You know, where
One Piece is the greatest.
anyways, we're not going to talk about One Piece
We will
right
later.
now. We'll get there at some point. We haven't read the chapter, so we
So-
can't do a chapter review
New gen best AOT.
for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I think AOT competes for best of all time in a lot of ways.
Ooh, that's tough.
Again, it's not my best of all time. I
No.
only have one 10 out of 10 that I've ever seen. We'll cover that later because we're gonna go through the eras.
Mhm.
But I do think it competes. I mean, there's a lot that I haven't seen. People say Vinland Saga is incredible.
Vinland Saga is
I haven't seen it. I haven't read it. Word of mouth.
Mhm.
You have oldies. You know,
the oldies are really good.
Evangelion is. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've seen enough of it to know.
I'm in the process of watching, but just word of mouth from people like around us that I value their opinion. We have a lot of friends. Tilt Express is actually our group of friends. That's where we got this from.
That's where the
Well,
idea is from.
we'll talk about that in the closing. I want to expand on that, but um, but some people I really value their opinion, and Evangelion's one that's up there. Hunter x Hunter is argued to be incredible too. I don't have a
You
lot
go
of
back and
stock.
rewatch Hunter x Hunter. It doesn't hold up.
I go
think
back. It's one of my comfort shows right now. I literally, when I don't know what to watch and I need just to kill time or to just kill my brain out, you
I think
know.
something that matters a lot in terms of like which one is the best is how well does it hold up and how long does it hold up for? Which is why we're going to go back to the 2000s eras
Right.
now.
Let's backtrack. Well, since we just
We
talked
did-
about new gen.
Yeah, we did 2010s, which is like the new gen because we
All
haven't
right,
really
top
done
3
anything
new
2020.
gen. Before we leave new gen and go to the last like grouping.
Mhm.
Right. ALT, JJK.
Demon Slayer, My Hero.
Do you take Demon Slayer over My Hero if you have to pick 3? Because the first 2 always go, right? It's always ALT, it's always JJK. Now, which one of the other 2 do you take?
Man, I think Demon Slayer was definitely like prettier and got a lot of people on board faster. But My Hero did a good job of like holding its longevity for a while. It had like some dips, but it wasn't crazy. Like, oh, it just went horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
For me, it can go either way. I feel
I
the
might
same
be a
about both
little.
of them.
I might be a little partial
I
because
like the
just,
smaller cast of Demon Slayer better.
Dude, really?
Yeah, because
Mm.
there's a lot of cool characters in My Hero. It's just like we just have a big cast. We can't get to them. Sorry.
No, that's the Naruto problem. No, that's the
My
Naruto
Hero
problem.
does it too.
I think My Hero does a better job though.
Name 5 classmates.
Huh?
Name 5 classmates aside from Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki.
Aravity, Froppy, fucking. I'm not good with names. That's a
You
problem.
see what I mean?
The the Raven guy, Lemillion,
Okay.
fucking.
Yeah, but you see how hard it is to get through them? You're not even
Well,
calling,
no,
you're
I'm
calling
not
them
good
the
with
hero names, not their
no.
actual
That's
names.
not
You know
fair
what
though,
I'm
because
saying?
I'm also not good with names. But I can name every single all of them by their powers. I literally just caught up today. I was watching it this
But they
morning.
don't have like.
I'm
We're
just
talking
not
about
good
like
with names.
we're talking about like Hanji, right? They don't have the depths that Hanji has.
Okay, no. I'm not saying that they do.
But the Demon Slayer characters, you have
No. Whoa, all the Demon Slayer characters are one trope Andes, bro.
they have enough to them.
No, they don't.
It's smaller enough to be like I care about this guy
no
more.
way. You just said that. They have a small cast and they still all have one personality trait.
Okay, Rengoku, one personality trait, one of the best characters in the entire show.
But you just named the best Hashira, the most liked Hashira.
You think he's better than the Water Hashira?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Liked as a whole, yes.
Yeah.
I think he had a bigger impact
Oh no,
on
you're
like
crazy.
the masses. Yes, bro. Everybody fell in love with Rengoku immediately.
Because we haven't seen the Giyu moment in the anime yet.
All right, I
We've
get
seen
it.
the Rengoku moment, but
I
Giyu's
get it.
been there enough.
We'll see when we see it in the anime how people react.
The butterfly girl.
Shinobu, you don't
Yeah.
even know their names, bro. You're
don't.
talking shit like about a smaller cast, whatever. You don't know their names.
No, you're
I know
backing
their
it up.
names.
I'm just saying I think it's just better because it's more compact. It's just like easier to be like, listen,
I-
there's
I-
these 7 Hashiras,
I
there's the
guess,
3
but
main dudes,
I
there's the
think
teachers, and the demons.
To that point, I think Demon Slayer's problem is that they have a small cast and nobody gets any development.
Each
The
Hashira gets their own arc.
the 3 main characters in that show
Uh-huh.
are 4, right? Because the only one that gets like Tanjiro and Nezuko get their development, right?
Yeah.
But they
They're the main
are
characters.
joined the main character,
Yeah.
right? The 2 supporting characters that follow them everywhere is Zenitsu and fucking what's his name
Kamaboko Gombatsuro.
get no development. They are one trick Andes, and I don't like it.
No, Zenitsu gets development at the very end, but
I mean, yeah, he's
Inosuke doesn't get any.
kind
Sorry,
of
Inosuke's the same throughout the entire time. he's
Zenitsu
endearing
right now
enough.
is kind of going through something, and we're gonna find out at some point.
Yeah.
He gets the letter or whatever. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, you don't know what that's about yet?
No,
Oh, I'm not
I
telling you.
don't know.
He gets serious for a reason.
Yeah, there's something happens. He gets real serious. Okay, cool. I'm glad he gets a little bit of development, but whatever.
That's a trope I like all the
I
time.
take my hero. If I had to pick 3 from the new gen, I take my hero.
You think you can take my
That's
hero?
the 3rd. Yeah, I think so.
I can go either way with it.
Recency bias included, I guess.
I can go either way with it.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on. Let's go back. So what would you
2000s.
consider the era before that new era, like that most recent era?
So that's like 2010s. That some of it has bleeded into 2020s.
Late 10s, early 20s.
So now we're thinking like 2000s. Right off the bat, Fullmetal Alchemist was like the standout.
Okay.
And then
Full
Naruto,
Metal's my 10 out of 10.
Naruto,
My only 10 out of 10.
Bleach.
I die on that hill.
One Piece more or less started with Naruto, so you can say like they're
I mean, they all
90s,
started.
2000s,
They all started in
the 90s.
the late 90s, right?
Yeah, but the biggest influence from them kind of like started in like the 2000s. I think we can say like FMA, One Piece, the big three: One Piece, Naruto, Bleach.
Okay. Because you put Dragon Ball in the era before that era,
I'll
right?
put Dragon Ball. Yeah, Dragon Ball is like from the 80s. Dragon Ball is old. That's like original Dragon Ball too, not even Z. When we first started watching Z, we were like,
Yeah.
"Who's this Goku guy? And why is he his brother? He's an alien."
Yeah.
This green Piccolo guy is his friend. It's like we started part way through the story, and we were all just like cool with it because, what more do you need? I mean, it's just it's as cool as it gets. So.
That's one of my things against Dragon Ball, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So outside of the big three, what would you say are some standouts from that previous era? Our original era. What I classify as our original
like
era.
the 2000s.
Like that's our era. Like this new era is like, I guess also our era.
Mm-hmm.
But what comes next? We'll get to this at the end of the era conversation. But I feel like our anime clock ran out.
Yeah.
But anyways, our original era standouts. Soul Eater.
Soul Eater was a good one.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul was in 2010s.
Although, huh?
Tokyo Ghoul was 2010s.
No way.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah. I'll look it up.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that in high school. So.
Okay. But all right, but let defining though. I think that it was in the middle of both, right? Because it's like a Venn diagram. They like overlap. The eras overlap.
Oh, no, hold on. Sorry. No, man, I don't care about the live action. 2015.
2015?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tokyo Ghoul's old.
All right, so we'll give
Well,
it
not old, but newer.
the new gen. Damn, Tokyo Ghoul is new gen technically, or newest, or
Yeah.
most
That's how
recent.
that's how
gen?
much
I don't even know what to call it.
That's how much it flopped. New gen is like
It
2020,
hurt, bro.
right? But
Look, season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul is better. It stacks against any other single season of any anime ever.
damn, that's crazy when No Game No Life is right there.
R.I.P. man.
I went back and
never got
rewatched
that.
it not too long ago.
It holds up.
Yeah.
No, it does, bro. The comedy's still good.
Oh, the
like
comedy
it.
is good.
You're a
If you watch it
clown.
as a comedy, it's good. Konosuba is like one of the good.
You're supposed to watch it. What are you watching No Game No Life as?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's not.
It's not really an isekai. It's kind of like, weird
it is
isekai.
an isekai, but like Konosuba is also an isekai, and that is not a serious anime in any
Yeah.
way. Best
comedy. Say something funnier.
Best comedy I've ever seen for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say best isekai, not really though.
Name a better isekai.
Overlord, and I've never even seen it, but I know that it's crazy.
Nah, I still say Konosuba's on top, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Konosuba's
What about Slime?
Konosuba's on top.
We're off track here. We're off track. We gotta get back on. The
We're
train
not gonna-
is derailing.
Yeah.
Let's get back on track.
Train.
Those are conversations we can have later.
Yeah.
The tilt train.
Were there even a lot of big isekai? Oh my god, I'm gonna say it out loud. The big isekai of the 2000s was Sword Art Online.
It was. No, not necessarily.
What was it?
Didn't. And I guess, but that was also in high school. No,
No, Sword Art Online was like 2011.
high school. But you were just saying Tokyo Ghoul.
Was
So
it even
2011 is 2011. I guess it's a Venn diagram, right? So they overlap, like I was saying. Whatever. Didn't the Re series start back then too?
Oh, like ReZero?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was definitely midway through high school.
Re-Zero. Oh. All right, but back to the eras after you figure out
Sword Art Online was 2012.
2012.
High
school.
It feels so much older
High
because
school.
how much I want to repress the
knew.
memory of watching that garbage show.
I never saw it. You guys talk so bad about it. I never saw it.
Dude.
Fun fact: I didn't start watching anime until after high school.
Yeah.
I
was the only nerd.
We didn't even talk about ourselves a little bit at the beginning of the episode. We kind of just breezed right by that. I didn't start watching anime outside of Bleach and Naruto till after high school.
I remember Cartoon Network on
Full Metal.
Saturdays had Toonami, and they would show like the cooler shows.
That's
like,
what I watched. It was the Toonami stuff. Whatever
Yeah.
was on Toonami is what I watched.
But I remember my sister showing me like a clip of like, oh, here's this cool show or something, and it was like Naruto in the original Japanese, and I was like, oh man, that's really cool. I've never seen a show like that before. And I've seen like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon
I mean, yeah.
and like
Do those count as
One
anime though?
Piece, yeah, One Piece and Dragon Ball like on
Wait,
Toonami and like Saturday morning
Yu-Gi-Oh
cartoons and stuff.
and Pokemon are anime to you?
100% count. It totally
Whatever.
count.
We move on.
But she was showing me Naruto, and I was
Let's
like,
take a
man,
pin
that's
in that
really
one.
cool. And I remember it vividly what it was. It was the Hokage fight on top of the roof when Orochimaru
Fights Hiruzen.
fights Hiruzen and brings back the other two to fight
Damn,
him.
the reanimation.
And I was like,
that was crazy.
that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my little freaking 9-year-old eyes. That's incredible.
Were we
And I remember
9?
thinking, please,
Wait,
Toonami, put
we were-
Naruto on Toonami. And then it
And it
happened, and I was
happened?
like, my dream came true. And Naruto was
Yo,
it for a
the
while. for me,
entirety of
man.
Shippuden should have never happened because Sasuke should have died on the bridge.
What, Zabuza Bridge? Nah.
The best example of plot armor. Anyways,
I think
so
they should have just rescued Sasuke.
okay, so
I think Naruto should have
outside
won Final Valley and we're good.
outside of the original big three, right?
Okay.
What other standouts? Like we were saying, back on
Fullmetal
track.
Alchemist, Soul Eater.
I'm not supposed to be the one keeping us on track. That's your job. I don't take my medication.
Buddy, I don't even have medication.
Um,
Fullmetal Alchemist, Soul Eater.
Soul Eater.
I was gonna say SAO, but I guess SAO is newer.
You got to talk about when the majority of it was. You know,
Yeah, honestly, I'm having a hard time remembering the 2000s at all. I'm sure there's a lot of standouts like, oh, duh.
Hmm.
But really just a big three. They kind of dominated and like pushed everything out of the way.
yeah,
like, how are you
like
gonna compete
nothing.
with
There was like no light.
One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach? With
There was like no
occasional
light.
standouts?
Look it up. Look up like 2000s animes.
Look
See
it
what
up
it
right
comes
now.
up with. Because now I'm really curious.
I can think of like the 90s anime. It's easy, like Trigun, Big O.
I mean,
the original
Rurouni
Dragon
Kenshin,
Ball.
Yu Yu Haka.
Yeah.
I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho's got to be the best tournament anime of all time, right?
Let me think about that. The original Hajime no Ippo.
God of High
Was
School.
in
God of High
2000s.
School, best tournament anime of all time.
Shut up. God of High
I'd
School
say-
is garbage. Oh my gosh, dude. The Prince of Tennis, Zach Bell. Oh, now it's kicking in.
What else you got there? You're scrolling by a lot of stuff.
Beyblade.
Beyblade. Come on, brother. There's no way we're talking about anime and you just said Beyblade, bro. Keep going.
What? Beyblade's an
Keep
anime,
going.
guy.
Toradora.
Gintama, Toradora.
Gintama too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess Yu-Gi-Oh counts.
the one about the robots. It was really good. I
There's a
haven't
lot
seen
of
it.
them.
I haven't
about
seen
robots.
it. No, but the
Casher and Sins. That's
Well,
no
what-
one knows
one
about
of the
Casher
main
and Sins.
one of the main characters
Gundam?
dies. No, it's not a Gundam, and it's not even Jillian. Man,
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. That had to be a standout in the 2000s, right?
I didn't even know
Those
Gurren Lagann was 2000.
It
Oh yeah,
has
yeah,
to
yeah.
be.
Yeah, it is. Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill. Oh my god, one of my favorite of all time.
Is Kill
One
la
of
Kill
my
2000s?
absolute favorite of all time. I think that Kill la Kill has a special place in my heart. For sure.
Yeah, but it's just like the issue is that 2000s are already like predefined, right? Big three and then the occasional standouts.
Yeah, everything else kind of like lingered.
What do you think is the best of the
Kinda
2000s?
like best of the 2000s.
We already kind of said like JJK is probably the best of, or sorry, Attack on Titan's the best of the 2010s. Best of 2000s,
Full Metal.
I don't think there's arguing. It's One Piece.
I think
One
it's
Piece.
easy. It's full.
It's One Piece.
Okay, best three. This is gonna be crazy to say.
You can say Full Metal. You can say Full Metal's your
Alright.
favorite. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, Full Metal is the best.
I don't know about that, bro.
No, it is the best. It's the best anime of all time.
And that's your take.
What is the best anime of all time? Your take.
All right, anime definitely not One Piece because the One Piece anime not great. Manga and as a story as a whole, best story ever told. Sorry, it just is what it is.
Okay, if we're talking manga and best
But
story
anime
ever
of all
told.
time,
Okay, I'll give you One Piece as best manga ever, best story ever told. I'll give you that. But at best anime,
I'll give it to Full Metal.
best overall, I think is Full Metal. And I mean, I'm the most average of average anime enjoyers, right? Like I don't dig too deep, but I'm not too shallow.
Mhm.
I'm like right at the 5 feet in the pool where the water's like right on my neck.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, like I can just prance around in the pool. That's me. I'm not sitting on the steps either, but
But
so I don't
Full
know.
Metal is deep enough, but also available enough for everyone to be able to get into, but deep enough to be like, oh, That's
I like that.
that's real
I
tough
like
that I'm watching.
I like seeing it like that for sure.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's just best all around. I think it's in my brain when I do the math. It scores the best in every category.
Man, I think the biggest sleeper pick of 2000s though was Steins Gate.
I still haven't seen it, and you've been on my ass to see
Yeah.
it. It's like on my anime list is crazy.
I
I
have
have
such a
some bangers
big
in my list.
Beef with time travel as a whole. I'm sure as a lot of people do. Time travel is so annoying because no one ever does it right.
Yeah,
Steins Gate
I have some
nails
bangers
time
in my
travel.
anime list that
It
I
just
gotta get caught up
absolutely
on.
nails it.
We can make that a segment
What?
where I you give me stuff to watch to catch up on or to like
We
go
can do
back
that.
and watch, and we review it. We go through the process. We should have done it with One Piece.
I got
When
well,
I
I
watched
got
One
you on One
Piece,
Piece, but we should have recorded
we
like
should have
every
recorded every conversation and reaction
yeah.
because those conversations were incredible.
Yep. Don't remember any of them
Fucking
now though.
incredible. One Piece is the shit.
That's why technology needs to advance faster. I wish I had glasses. I can just go. Oh, I clipped that moment that I just saw with my eyes. That'd be incredible. Get on that, Bill Gates.
Maybe one day. So Full Metal, One Piece, out of that era, Full Metal, One Piece.
Honestly, I'm gonna take Soul Eater over Naruto. I like
For
Soul Eater a
real?
lot, man. Soul Eater holds up except for exactly the ending.
Yeah.
Original Naruto hold up, but it's just like after that, it's just
Well, that era was original Naruto. So
yeah.
if we're talking that era, like it was the majority of original Naruto and then the very beginning of Shippuden.
So okay, so here's one. We have this take that original Naruto is better than Shippuden because Shippuden is
for
very.
sure. But I think that's universal. I think everybody thinks that.
You ready?
I don't know anybody that said the reverse.
Pre time skip or post time skip One Piece? See, that's a tougher one, right?
Post.
You think post is better?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
So pre-time skip, Oda very obviously was picking shit out of the air.
Yeah.
You know, like the warlords and just fucking
Yeah.
just grabbing ideas.
He literally made a lot of the best parts of One Piece up on the spot.
Post time skip is where he's like, all right, wow,
Yeah.
I picked all this shit out of the air.
Now I gotta flesh it
Now
out.
I gotta put it together.
Yeah. But he also made a lot of new stuff in the
You know, and then you get the
in post time.
I mean, I guess pre-time skip is when he started putting shit together.
Yeah.
Like Saboti.
Imagine if he thought of hockey from episode 1. Completely different story.
In
Completely different
story. In a way, I don't know if it would be a completely different story, but there are some big moments. When you look at hockey in context of the entire show,
Mhm.
you watch like the first couple arcs, you're like, that don't really make sense. Like Shanks in the Sea Beast,
Mm-hmm.
like that was like the first display of Conqueror hockey.
Yeah.
Right? But like motherfucker took his arm. Did his observation hockey.
Yeah, exactly that. It's just like, oh yeah, he has this crazy
like
Conqueror's
he's literally
hockey.
the observation hockey killer, and
Yeah.
like he couldn't.
You're telling me,
So it's
like what is it, 16 or 12 years ago when like Luffy was like the idiot little kid, Shanks didn't have that observation hockey? Nah, bro. Shanks is seeing minutes in the future at this point.
The thing is in context of the entire show,
Oh, I
the way
gave it
the
up as a
Sea Beast
gamble.
reacted to him when he like
Yeah.
flexed. The only thing that's comparable to is flexing your Conqueror hockey.
Yeah.
And if he has Conquerors, he's gonna have observation.
Yep.
But that's another rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I mean,
We can
but
talk
I
about
say
One Piece
post.
the entire time.
I say post.
You think
post
post
time
is better?
skip.
I think post I would agree it's better just because we get more payoffs from all the stuff that we saw up front.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You get to you pay out.
You get
Like,
rewarded for
everything-
watching
yeah.
the first half of
You're
it.
cashing out everything that
Yeah.
you sat through.
That and just the later it gets into development,
I mean, the art
it
is
just
better.
yeah, art's
The
better. It just
pacing's
gets
slightly better.
it
unless
gets better
it's
over time
Dressrosa.
because it's more with modern standards.
Yeah, unless it's Dressrosa.
Yeah, this is exactly Dressrosa. I dropped the One Piece in Dressrosa, and I was like, I'm gonna wait till this is done.
Dressrosa's post, right?
Dressrosa's post. I'm gonna wait till Dressrosa is done, and then I got back, and it was Whole Cake. I'm like, I'm gonna wait till Whole Cake is done too. And I was
Okay,
like, I
wait.
just completely avoided One Piece, and I was like, all right, Whole Cake's over. I'm catching up with all of it, and man, it was so much easier to do it that way.
Man.
And then
Whole Cake
Wano
tough,
was
too.
just like interesting the whole time.
Well, Wano was interesting the whole time, but Whole Cake was tough.
Yeah, Whole Cake was tough.
All right, my
I tried to do too many elements at once.
Yeah, Honestly,
You get the whole cake.
I fucking hate you. I hate you. I think that's the first I hate you I said this podcast so far.
It won't be the last
We'll
one.
have a little counter eventually of I hate yous.
Yeah.
I fucking hate this guy.
That's twice.
Oh my god. Anyways,
Pat a devil fruit would be the pun.
so the
fruit.
2000s era, my top three, not favorite. I just think the best three.
Mhm.
Man, it might be Full Metal, One Piece, and Bleach.
Okay.
I just think Bleach is the best in the big. Is the second best in the big three. I think Naruto
Okay.
pales. Doesn't pale in comparison, but I think Naruto falls behind Bleach.
I had a very easy time getting into One Piece. A very easy time getting into Naruto. I could not watch Bleach.
Really?
Yeah, I watched 30 episodes of Bleach. I'm like, I don't. It's going right over my head. I
That
don't get it.
intro arc fucking drags. All you got to do is this. Fuck, I don't know. Watch a recap and watch the Soul Society arc, brother. The Soul Society arc will blow your fucking mind.
Yeah, but you see the hoops you're going through to make it to be like, oh yeah, it's definitely watchable.
No, One Piece was the same thing. Anybody? All right, look.
I like One Piece from the moment Zoro tapped his axe hand Morgan guy.
No.
I was like, this guy slaps.
No. Let me tell you from somebody who doesn't have rose-colored glasses.
Damn, that's crazy. I've been following One Piece since 2010.
Yeah, that's why you have rose-colored glasses. I just started following One Piece.
I started right when post time skip ended or started.
I started following One Piece 2021.
Yep.
Right.
Middle of Wano.
I was caught up by the beginning of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Manga caught up. We're good. We're at 40 minutes.
Okay.
I was manga caught up by
2022.
I understand people when they say it takes a long time to really catch a vibe.
Okay.
Because when you're starting it now versus having started it then, it is so different. The first 50 episodes of One Piece feel so different. And like, really, Along Park is when you really catch a vibe.
Yeah.
When you really say, okay, you get the album cover moment, Luffy with the hat, and you know the boys walking away from Nami.
Yeah.
Like that moment is like when you're like, all right, like this is goofy,
Mm-hmm.
but they mean business. Like Luffy means business. And then he goes and he beats the shit out of Arlong, like laughing in his face, like taunting him the whole time. And then like he's like, all right, you know what? Let me finish this. You know, like,
yeah.
All right.
This guy slaps. I see it.
So you're like, okay, like there's something here. There's a good balance.
I think the hardest part of the intro to One Piece is exactly Usopp's story, bro. Sarah Village sucks.
Village so bad, bro. So bad.
The moment you get to Barate, he's like, all right, what's up with this Sanji guy?
Yeah.
Who's this dude with this big sword? He just cut a ship in half? Wait, that's the guy Zoro wants to fight?
Yeah. And then he fights him with a...
Yeah, it's like, wait, he fights him with
a toothpick, bro. He literally fights him.
I want to keep watching to see when Zoro has to fight this guy again.
Yeah.
For me, that was it. I was like, oh no, I gotta see Mihawk again.
I would say Baratie. Yeah, Baratie was pretty good.
Baratie is like a little mini hook, and then Arlong Park is, if you don't like about Arlong Park, then just don't.
Yeah, just drop it.
You're good to go.
Seal
of approval.
That's what I told my sister when she started watching. I told her like, just get to episode 40. Get to episode 40, and if at that point you still don't feel
episode 40 is Arlong Park.
If 43 is where it ends.
Really? When's this? No, it doesn't start at 40. Then it has to start a little earlier.
It starts at like 30.
Bro. I mean, there's no way you can tell me.
I wanted her to finish Arlong Park.
Yeah, but okay, cool. One Piece gets good at Arlong Park. Let's say that's the claim at 30. When does Bleach get good?
Around the same time.
No, bro. I watched 30 of Bleach and I was like, man,
dude, the Soul Society arc starts at like 45 or 50.
That's too much, man.
I mean, maybe it's too much.
It was hard. It was hard for me to get into. I couldn't.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I still think
FMA. It was like instant. Episode 1, right there. Boom.
Man, all right. If we're talking original
Soul
Naruto,
Eater.
I guess it's FMA, One Piece, and original Naruto, the three best in that era.
Yeah.
And then like trailing right behind them is Soul Eater.
Listen, One Piece still going. Naruto finished. Bleached didn't get a chance to finish. They're trying to finish it now.
Yeah, but that's different. There's got to be something behind that because Bleach took 10 years off.
Yeah.
But why?
I don't know about the politics. I don't know.
Because it didn't drop in popularity. and arguably, I haven't seen it because I'm a big Bleach supporter. I haven't seen it all. As a matter of fact, I've only seen about half of it. Uh, and I do owe it a revisit, like a really good watch. You know,
Here's why that's not.
they say that
Mhm.
Waco Mundo is one of the best shonen arcs.
Here's why
People say
you
I don't
don't
know who
have to
they
watch
are.
all of it to be like, this is really good, this is really bad. Have you tried every menu option at a restaurant you say you like a lot?
No.
And there you go. I go to this restaurant because I like this
I'm
appetizer,
also
I
I'm
like
not
this thing,
also
this
like
dessert.
I'm
Good
also
restaurant.
not I'm not saying that my opinion isn't valid because I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
I've seen other anime. I've seen enough of it.
Yeah, but you don't gotta justify it. That's what I'm saying. But
Oh
you're
yeah,
good.
yeah, I guess. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem,
you for
man.
telling me
I got you.
my voice matters.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Thanks.
90s anime.
90s. All
You
right,
don't know anything about the 90s.
here's where I fall off.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I watched the Toonami stuff.
Yeah.
But in watching the Toonami stuff, like it always went from most recent to
The
like
oldest. Yeah.
to oldest.
Yeah, Big O was at 3 a.m.
Yeah. So it's like,
We were knocked out.
yeah, I was lucky if it was always Naruto first.
Yeah.
And then Bleach.
Uh-huh.
And then One Piece.
Uh-huh.
I was lucky if I got to the Bleach episode
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
I was lucky if I got passed through King of the Hill before Toonami. I was like, what's this?
I made it a point to try and watch.
I think a good thing Toonami highlighted a lot because it really kept like the 90s alive because man, people didn't care much about it in the 90s. Or at least it wasn't like super popular how it is now. But man, Cowboy Bebop, huge carry. Big O, huge carry. Original Dragon Ball, huge carry.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin, Inuyasha.
Inuyasha.
Yeah.
The original, well, not the original.
The original Pokemon.
One of the
Yu-Gi-Oh.
original isekai, because Inuyasha is just a fucking isekai.
You can say that, yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I remember my mom getting mad at me for watching Inuyasha because he would say like, "Damn."
He would say, "Damn."
Yeah, and she'd be like, "Are
He
you
would say
listening to
ass
this?"
too, I think.
I'd be like, "Is that really that big of a deal?"
Yeah.
I've heard you guys say worse words, so
that Cuban tongue, bro.
yeah,
Like, come on.
Potent. But man,
Sharp.
a sleeper pick for me in the 90s. The 90s has like odd taste. There's no consistent formula to the 90s. They just like, here's this taste with Cowboy Bebop. Here's this taste with Trigun. Here's this taste with I really liked Casher and Sins. Because you don't know anything about it. No one knows about Casher and Sins. It's incredible.
Not a single thing.
Imagine Android 17 got his own show. But he has amnesia. And he's like a little, not like dumbed down, but he's a little more mellow.
Okay.
And it's like, that's the whole show.
Okay.
And just like post-apocalyptic. I'm an android. I'm like the best version of the android. And like, how do I like figure out my history? What really matters? What do I actually do? And the fighting is very simple, but very cool.
I can get behind that kind of a concept.
If I had to recommend a 90s show, it'd probably be Trigun.
All right, give me the best three. Trigun had a remake, actually.
Yeah, Trigun Stampede really was good. I wouldn't say it was fantastic. It was great, but it does a good job of like
recommend it over recommending the original?
I'd recommend watching the original first and then watching Stampede.
All right, see, that's like my.
I made a mistake.
We're about to get a One Piece remake.
Yeah,
right in the next year.
It's incredible.
One Piece.
A show that's still going is getting a remake.
Dude,
it's awesome.
Think about that, bro.
It's gonna be great. There's 4 versions of One Piece you can encounter: the manga, the anime, the live action, the remake of the anime that's still going.
That's crazy.
The reason why I say watch original Trigun first is because I didn't watch it back when it was airing. I rewatched it because Stampede came out. So I was like,
okay,
there's stuff of the show that obviously Stampede is not telling me about.
Right.
So I want to go watch the original. And man, that was really hard to watch because Stampede has like good pacing, but the originals, they don't care about pacing. Well, so it's just like
90s and 2000 anime.
There's like a whole 2 minutes of him just like walking into town. It's like 2 times speed, buddy. I mean, come on, get to it.
Yeah.
I don't need you to get to fighting or anything, but I need you to get to like doing something.
Plus 10 seconds.
Yeah, plus 10 seconds.
Yeah, but I mean, I get you.
The story of original Trigun is good. It gets you very compelled to why he's so good at what he does, why he's so charismatic, and why he's like so convicted, and why he wants to like right wrongs.
Okay.
And then Stampede is like, he's a good guy. He does stuff, and like it's interesting, it's cool enough, but it's like it doesn't give you enough of
it's kind of like a shoulder shrug background.
Yeah.
Backstory.
It's like you should get it by now. He's an all right guy. Anyway, we're to keep going with this all right guy.
I guess the assumption is though, like If you really wanted to go watch the original.
Yeah.
You know, like if you really wanted all that.
Yeah. But they changed a lot of Stampede too. It's like
Did they really?
it's like not the same.
Hmm.
The guy with the
I don't know.
that carries the cross and the
I don't
cross
know.
is the gun.
I don't know.
2 different characters entirely in like both shows.
I don't know. I don't know the guy with the cross and the gun.
No,
Nope,
super cool
not a
guy.
Not a guy in my brain, at
Yeah,
least.
not a guy in your brain.
I
That's
have
cool.
no idea. All right, so give me your 3 90s. Because my 3 90s
Are we
basic
counting?
answers.
Are we counting Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Beyblade? Because that would be it.
If you claim that they are anime, yes.
They're 100% anime.
Then yeah.
I think
There's no
those
way
are
you
it.
put those over original Dragon Ball. First of all,
Yeah, you're right. Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
Dragon Ball, you get Pokemon. Okay.
I would like to say like Trigun and Cowboy Bebop, but I
I
think
still feel like Yu Yu Hakusho was like more influential.
my man, there's no way you're not still singing the Pokemon song in the shower sometimes. Like, come on, bro.
I sing it. I like singing walking around at work sometimes.
I know you do, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, Pokemon has to be on there.
But Johto
Dragon
was
Ball has to be on there.
fire.
That's fine. No one's arguing that Johto isn't fire.
Johto was too good, bro. They were cooking, bro.
Here's
They
the
were
take.
cooking.
Johto Pokemon are ass.
Have you watched the new Pokemon on Netflix?
The one where it's not Ash anymore, right?
Yeah, it's
Nope.
It's
Haven't watched it.
actually pretty good. Go watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Watch
It's
it on
called
your
what?
time.
Horizons or something?
Horizons. It's actually pretty good.
How does it feel with the 2 main characters? No, not bad at all.
Pretty good.
But what is it? One of them has a Pikachu, one of them has an Eevee. What is it? Or do they share a Pikachu? What is it?
There's no Pikachu.
There's no.
All right, neither of them have a Pikachu. There's a Pikachu, but it belongs to like one of their mentors.
What? So what? Half the point of watching Pokemon
It's
is
Pikachu.
because of Ash and Pikachu.
All right, get over it. Ash is gone, so it's Pikachu.
So what's their like mascot Pokemon?
Fuck.
Is it the cat?
Yeah,
The grass cat?
yeah. The grass cat and Fuecoco.
I mess with Fuecoco though. Okay.
I think those are the two.
If
I
it's
watched-
if it's Fuecoco, we
I
on.
watched like the first season and a half in like April, and I don't know. I'm notorious for not finishing shit.
Yeah. It makes me so mad.
I'm like 12 episodes into Evangelion.
Yo, Attack on Titan is so good. I can't wait to get to episode 7.
I have
Been like-
30, I have 30 minutes of Attack on Titan left.
What? Was 30 minutes so much of a time commitment that you couldn't just finish it right there and then?
No, it wasn't that it was a time commitment. It was an emotions commitment. I didn't have enough in the tank to sit
You're
through that.
incredible.
I couldn't, bro.
You're
the
something
anxiety
else.
was too much. They were on top. They were literally on top of the founding titan fighting, bro. And like I'm just watching it all fall apart. I can't do this.
Don't watch
Hanji
Steins
just
Gate, then.
died, bro. Like I can't do it, bro.
You won't finish
I
Steins
can't
Gate
do
then.
it.
You're gonna get to the first sad scene. You're gonna be like, damn, there's more.
Yeah, yeah. So all right. So we talked a little bit about our eras.
What's your favorite from each era?
David from each era. I mean, FMAB.
Okay.
FMAB for sure from the 2000s.
Okay.
I can give you like second favorite. Nah, I'm not even. I mean, second favorite would be One Piece, but One Piece has transcended eras, so I
Yeah.
don't even.
One Piece is like generation defining.
I mean, yeah.
If you can compete with One Piece, you're good.
All right. Well, stay on track, Nithpad.
We didn't even talk about Seven Deadly Sins. Season 1 exactly.
We also didn't talk about
Season 1
Fairy Tail.
exactly.
But
That's
those
alright.
are good 2010s, though.
Eh.
I know. I think we are. The problem is.
Fairy Tail wasn't good.
No,
Fairy Tail wasn't good.
I thoroughly enjoy Fairy Tail. I'm actually rewatching it right now. I'm like 120 episodes in.
Fairy
Fuck
Tail
yourself.
Fairy Tail wasn't
Go
good.
fuck yourself.
I gave Fairy Tail 40
fuck
episodes, and I was like,
yourself.
man, this is just
Oh, Fairy Tail's a banger.
lame.
I really enjoyed
I
it.
felt better about watching the first 30 episodes of Black Clover than I did Fairy Tail.
I was about to say I feel the same way I feel about Fairy Tail about Black Clover.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just caught up to Black Clover too, and I really enjoyed Black Clover.
I thought Fairy Tail was so boring.
I enjoyed Black Clover, and then I stopped enjoying Black Clover, and then I watched a little bit more, and I enjoyed it.
And that's before I became like really critical about like what I'm actually watching.
I really liked Fairy Tail. I
Oh,
liked
man.
Fairy Tail. I also
You can keep going
I'm
with Fairy Tail
also
all you want, man.
an Urza Scarlet simp. So
I mean,
I mean, at one point in my room, I had at least 2 Urza Scarlet wall scrolls.
when they
It
got the
was
character.
Ari. It was Ryuko.
Mhm.
It was Urza.
Would you take Fairy Tail over Full Metal though?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Not a fucking chance.
Then there
But
you
I don't
go.
take anything over Full Metal. I don't take One Piece over Full Metal.
So Full Metal favorite of all time.
100%. I could tattoo it on my fucking forehead.
I mean,
I'd
I
die
wouldn't do it.
happy.
I wouldn't do that. Exactly in that order.
Yeah.
Because you tattoo any Full Metal on your forehead, no longer will you have employment.
Anyways, yeah, FMAP. And then the 2010s, I would say probably JJK. I
Yeah.
really enjoy JJK.
What did JJK stand against Full Metal? Like if Full Metal's a 10, where's JJK?
Like an 8.
Damn, really? I would give JJK like 8.5 at least. What JJK does good, it does very well, better than most.
Okay, I'll give it an 8. I'll
JJK has
compromise.
its problems.
I'll
for
give
sure.
it an 8.5, 9 at that point. Honestly.
Okay.
I'll also give Attack on Titan a 9.
So your favorites from the 2000s? Mine is from 2010s. Mob Psycho 100 is my jam, man.
Yeah.
Season 1, 2, and 3. Complete
All
the
right,
story.
what's your favorite? Because you haven't said it though. What's your favorite from the 2000s?
From 2000s? If we're counting One Piece from 2000s, then definitely One Piece.
Okay.
One Piece
2010s.
carried me through like high school. One Piece
Yeah.
was incredible. No one else was like watching anime, and I was like, I watched this on Toonami. It's super long. I just need something to watch, and I like caught up to it in like one summer, and I was
Okay.
like, One Piece is great, and that was before like
back
2
then
times
I
speed.
didn't even know where to find anime.
Oh man, I just looked it up on Google, and I was like, oh,
Kiss anime.
Well, no, I didn't even find out about Kiss Anime till I caught up with One Piece.
Yeah,
So
in college.
I caught up with One Piece on
I was watching Kiss anime when I was like in my college classes.
on a site called like One Piece Watch or something. And I watched 500 episodes of One Piece at 480 because I thought that was the best there was. And then I noticed all the episodes have a
No
Kiss
way.
Anime logo on the top left. And I was like, I wonder if that's a website.
Yeah, it was just somebody
And
recording.
then someone just
Anime.
re-recorded Kiss Anime. And I went to Kiss Anime like,
That's
wait,
crazy.
it looks 2 times
That's
better.
wild.
And it has a toggle for the speed. I could have watched it here the
That's
whole
so
time.
wild. So wild.
So I suffered through One Piece, and I still enjoyed it. That's how good One Piece is.
I'll be honest. I only watched. I didn't watch any One Piece at more than 1x.
Really?
I watched a little bit of Dressrosa on One Piece.
Yeah. That site died, right? Like, there's no...
One Piece? No,
Yeah.
it's still around. They're
Yeah?
still
Damn.
kicking.
If someone went back in time and told me One Piece was a thing, I would have been like, absolutely, bro. The pacing
Yeah,
of One Piece is so hard.
I watched Dressrosa on One Piece.
One
That
Piece
was
actively gives you TikTok brain. It's like, okay, I'm really interested
I'll
in
be-
what's happening,
I'll be
but it's
honest.
just not holding my attention long enough. I need to...
I watched One Piece
Uh-huh.
like I was catching up on a podcast. I listened to the majority of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get hate for that one day.
Yeah.
I listened to the majority of One Piece. I was driving a 4-hour drive to Orlando. I would download the Netflix episodes
Mhm.
and listen to them.
Could you podcast One Piece? Let me think about it. Is there anything visual aside from like, having the fun of watching it? Is there anything visual that actually matters? Man, the more I think about it, the more I think you're right. One Piece is podcast material.
I mean, yeah, but I literally podcasted the first 400 episodes.
Oh, but you have to watch the fights. It's like you got an idea what's going on with the fight. The fights are cool to look at. They're not
So
story
I made an
necessary.
effort to watch fights or like
Yeah.
intense moments. Otherwise, I was listening to it for the most part. Like,
That's fair.
yeah,
Would you recommend people watch One Piece as a podcast?
no,
Yeah, I it doesn't hold enough interest unless you're actually watching it.
yeah, no,
You have to like read it and you have to see it.
yeah.
So
But I mean, I watched a little. Like I would glance.
Mhm.
It's not like I just headphones in, phone in pocket either. But
if you're watching One Piece while you're driving 80 miles an hour plus
maybe
4-hour drive, you're
May-
tripping,
maybe
dog.
a little bit.
But I think out of the 2000s,
I will not self-incriminate. I do not watch
good.
or text and drive. I don't use my phone while I drive.
Good.
Wear
It's
my
not even in the
seatbelt.
car. I just
use my turn
teleported to the next
signals.
location.
Yeah, I use my turn signals. I do all of the things that I'm supposed to do on the road, and I don't do any of the things I'm not supposed to do.
One Piece is the best of 2000s for me.
Okay. 2010s, Mob Psycho.
Even over Full Metal. I think Full Metal is like a better quality compact, but overall One Piece is like it just has the story down packed, man. It just keeps the interest going.
Okay. And then 2010s Mob Psycho, which is your favorite
Favorite
all
of all time.
Okay.
It hits everything for me.
Yeah?
It
What's everything?
hits comedy. It hits character depth. It hits.
Jesus Christ. They just, what is it? Come and got killed? Just death everywhere?
No. Don't. We're not talking about Comic Kill, man. God, what a waste of time that show
Apparently,
was.
they ruined that show because the anime is entirely different than the manga.
But that's fine.
4 extra characters die or something like that.
That I wouldn't get into the manga anyway. It's just like,
Yeah.
man, the premise. I don't care about the premise enough. Man, Mob Psycho just does such a good job of relatable character development of like different people in different ages. So Mob Psycho does what One Punch Man does, where the main character is so completely powerful, but fighting doesn't solve his problems. Like I can't fight my way to doing my taxes right. So it's just like little crap like that. But Mob Psycho is like, man, I'm just really powerful psychic kid, but I'm socially really awkward. I'm not really particularly talented at anything else. I don't really have any friends. I have like a friend.
Damn,
My
a
brother,
friend, a
my
singular
brother,
friend?
my younger brother is better at everything than me. But he's not like jealous about it. He just like acknowledges it. He's like, man, I really wish I could be. You're like my inspiration. I really wish I could be like you.
Yeah.
And one of the funny twists that happens at the beginning is they have him. There's a club of like people who just like are lazy, and they're just like, oh, we just want to use the after schools club to say we're doing something. We're the psychic club, and we just want to laze around. Oh, well, you guys are gonna get kicked out. You need one more member. So they get him because they're
Okay.
like, oh yeah, he's a psychic. He can like move stuff around and like do it, and he does it. And he's like, whoa, that's great. That's incredible. Join the club. And he calls his boss because he has a part-time job doing psychic stuff. Hey boss, they want me to join this club. Nah, bro, you're wasting your time. Don't do it. Whatever. The twist comes, the day comes. You have to join the club today. Sign. Because the new people need the club room and they're kicking you out now. And these bunch of gym frat dudes, these humongous dudes, don't look like high school kids at all.
My dudes.
Bunch of
We lift.
hefty guys. They're like, yeah, we need this just to store our gym equipment. And he was like, I want to be better. I'm going to join the club, the body improvement club, not the nerd club. And it's like, okay, well, I didn't see that coming. And you would think, oh, they're just like a bunch of like gym bro, whatever characters. They're one of the best side characters of any show I've ever seen in my life, bro. I've never seen characters have someone's back before
honest.
as much as those side characters.
I'm gonna be honest. You just talked me through like the entire opening of this show.
What?
It just didn't stick. That's the first time you've talked me through that. This is not just podcast material. That's the first time you've talked me through like Mob Psycho 100.
Mhm.
It lost me.
I'm giving you like episode 2, man.
I'm just saying, if that's your pitch,
No, that's definitely not my pitch. I'm just telling you what got to me.
okay.
Like how characters develop of. Man, the easy answer was, I mean, let me just join the whatever nerds to be lazy. But I want to improve. I have psychic powers. I can like lift buildings with my mind if I want to. But that's not gonna get me the girl. It's not gonna make me smarter. It's not gonna get my grades better. So I'm gonna join the gym club. And like these guys are actually really cool and they actually become his friends. And you see him actually throughout the season.
Yeah, what a sellout. He's a psychic and he doesn't pick to save the psychic club.
Because they're not actual psychics. They're just a bunch of dorks like screwing around. They're like, we just want to waste time. So they're like actively not doing anything.
Oh.
But you'll see Mob go through all 3 seasons. You'll see his social life actually developing. Like he's actually starting to make friends.
So what kind of anime is it then? Like what category does it fall under?
It falls under shonen, I think.
Yeah. But it sounds like
But it's like it's a shonen in the same way that One Punch Man is, where
I've never seen One Punch Man, and I honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I have zero interest. The same way I have zero interest in JoJo's. I know I'm crazy.
That's fine. Not having interest in JoJo's because it's weird. It's fine
all the time.
But that one, JoJo is hard to get into just because of how weird it is.
I have no interest.
But man, One Punch Man was like the gateway for a lot of people. I would say almost as much as Attack on Titan.
Nah,
like had One Punch come first, that would have been the Attack on Titan for everyone.
The concept of Saitama like just obliterates my brain. Like I just don't like it.
No, but the whole point is, Goku's not trying to punch fight to win everyone. Is cool. I have this tremendous strength, but I'm really bored about everything, and I don't have a way to solve my problems because I can't fight my way through being like having fulfillment in my life. So how do I solve problems that I can't solve with fighting?
I'll go watch a slice of life for that. If I want people tackling their life problems.
Yeah, but it's interesting because they have a solution for everything. It just doesn't work for exactly everything else.
It's a fight, but I mean, in at the end of it, like it ends up being a fighting anime, and you just
but that's what the side characters for. You see them go into development, like, damn, this guy's crazy. How come I can't do that?
Whatever. All right, 2010. So Mob Psycho 100.
Mob Psycho 100.
Now,
hands down,
favorite of all time, Mob Psycho 100.
Mob Psycho 100.
Okay.
Followed
you have
directly by One Piece.
so now that we've covered the eras we've been through, do you have anything you're looking forward to? I'm like completely ignorant. And this is what I mentioned this earlier that we were going to touch on it at the very end when we finished the eras. I feel like our time is up, man. Like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, dude, we don't have the same amount of time to watch anime. We don't have the same amount of time to sit down and just binge a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. Like every week, every season, I pick like 3 or 4 shows that I want to watch weekly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch these. They come out on Saturday. 1 episode, 2 on Friday and 2 on Saturday. Like, how hard is it to watch 4 episodes of anime a week? And then I get to the beginning of every week and I watch.
Yeah.
Like when I have spare time, I'd rather spend it doing other things at this point.
I find it
Is our time as like anime enjoyers over? Are we just gonna
I
be
don't
those
think
old
so.
heads that go to cons because we like supporting the
Oh my
stuff
gosh,
that we
One Piece
grew
is
up
still
with?
going, guys. It's 2040.
Well, no, like all the other stuff too that we grew up on.
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna be those old heads that
Nah,
go
stuff
for those things? Or are
stuff
we
is
gonna
gonna
be
change.
going watching the new things?
Something good and big is gonna come out at some point. Like
I don't
there's
know.
some stuff
It just
like
feels
cooking.
so dead. Like
There's-
it feels dead.
No, there's a few good things. There's like we even talk about Fire Force. Fire Force was like a random banger.
I mean, I haven't. I'm dying to watch it because I know the
There's
connection.
Kaiju number
to,
8, which apparently is really good.
yeah, I've heard
Haven't
that
touched
one's-
it at all,
me
but
neither.
apparently it's really good. There's Undead Unluck, also apparently really good.
Yeah,
Those are the big like newer names that I know about.
Shangri-La Frontier was supposed to be
There's
really
that
good.
one. I don't know much of the new stuff.
I think there's supposed to be something called Windbreaker or something like that.
Right over my head.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's another one. That's actually it should start this season coming up. I think it starts in winter. It's about.
I think our issue going forward is to be finding the new stuff going on.
I mean, that's not hard. Just open Crunchyroll and go to like the tab where it shows you the new simulcast.
Yeah, but how do you know what's good?
And also, I use social media more than you do. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's true.
follow over 100 creators that literally like review anime every season. Like, I could give you like hours of content of like.
Yeah, but here's how it
anime
gets to me,
reviews.
even without social media. If it's big enough through social media, it'll get to me somehow without social media. Like I'll hear about it. That's how I know. Okay, it's good enough.
Yeah, I guess.
That's how I know about Kaiju number 8. That's how I know about Undead Unluck.
Yeah.
I've heard a little bit about like Shangri-La. I think the guy has like a bird head or something, and it's like
It's supposed to be good.
another isekai, and it has like RPG
I
elements.
never
or
watched
whatever.
Shield Hero. Did you ever watch Shield Hero?
Shield Hero was
I heard
great.
season 1 and 2.
Season 1, season 2 onward is like
Yeah, mid.
it's like man, they just have such a cool concept. They just keep going
Yeah.
with it. Because at first it's like
We don't gotta get into it.
no, but because I like the concept a lot, and they should do it. I want the bad guys to win sometimes. I want the protagonist to become bad guys
I
sometimes.
like when the bad guys win.
The protagonist gets done dirty, and he's like, you know what? Screw everyone. I'm gonna do my own thing, and it's not anti-hero. It's just, well, I need to do the things that heroes are doing to solve my problems, but I'm like actively against people. He's not going out and attacking them, but he's like, no, I'm. If you want to treat me like a villain, sure, I'm gonna be one. And it's
Okay.
like, cool. I like that concept. He gets retribution for how they wronged him, and he's like, all right, I'm a good guy now. Like, no, I didn't want that. No, nobody
get you.
wanted that. It's just such a
I
cop
get
out.
you. I get you. I mean, I don't know. I always have that in the back of my head, though. I feel like our time as anime enjoyers is dwindling away.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully this podcast keeps us like up to date. I like to think that anime is going to be a big driving force behind what we do here when we talk about.
Yeah, no, of course.
A lot of
It's
our
just
combos.
nothing big has really caught our attention yet.
Yeah.
With like JJK, like we found My Hero, we found JJK. I mean, they're big enough that it gets to everyone, right?
Those were huge, though.
But the next ones are gonna be big and get to us.
There's
at some
one.
Point.
There's one actually. I'm really excited for. I forgot the name. It's about a guy and a girl, right? And the guy believes in aliens, the guy believes in spirits, but doesn't believe in aliens.
And she's the opposite.
She's the opposite. And they make a bet. They make like a pact or whatever to like find the answers, and they find out that both are real, and then they get involved in like both these crazy worlds that are like regular people don't even notice, and it's like super cool. That one's supposed to be really good. I forget what it's called.
I think from here forward,
that one's gonna be a banger.
What's gonna be good for us? I think shonens are just like starting to get like boring and repetitive for us.
I mean, yeah, we're old, bro.
I think the rom-coms are gonna be where it's at later, bro.
Rom-coms.
I think rom-coms are where it's gonna be at,
like,
man.
I think I put at least 1, maybe 2 rom-coms in my top 5.
I forget what it's called, but I watched a little bit of one that maybe it was just this guy and this girl. I think he proposed. They were gonna get married or whatever, and they work in an office together and they have a social life and friends. But the guy's a regular dude, and he's friggin' playing Monster Hunter like at work when he gets time. But he's like trying to hide it from his girlfriend so she doesn't get in trouble. And just like, man, just like simple like real time garbage relatable stuff like that. It's just like I gotta eat that up.
I like stuff like that. I think more for me.
Bunny Girl Senpai is number one though. Sorry,
I mean,
there's
Bunny Girl
there's no
Senpai has
competing.
got to be that, followed by Snafu.
Yeah,
My teen romantic comedy Snafu. Those are my two favorite for
Yep.
sure.
Any more of those? Love is War.
Yeah, Love is War. I'm not done with it. I'm on season 2. But I was watching that with my sister, and then we moved. Everybody moved, and it's impossible
Love
to
is War
watch.
does a good job of being a rom com, but is exciting or flashy enough that it hits the shonen
but
audience.
the thing is, because the thing is that they go through these things that are like they're like exciting like little duels. that they're having.
Essentially like little mini battles.
Yeah,
of
they're
some
going
way.
through these little duels,
Yeah.
and it's fun to watch, like the back and forth.
I mess with it. We need more stuff like Love is War. I think it's good.
Love is War, really good.
I think we need to It sounds stupid
Man,
to say. I think we need to reinvent the wheel of like what fighting looks like in anime, instead of like, oh, I'm just gonna punch fight and stuff. Like something that caught my attention that I didn't think that I would like a lot is like Haikyuu, and it's like, man, you know what? Sports anime are kind of like they're kind of actually good. Some of them are ass, like Kuroko no Basket. Ass.
Speaking of like sports anime, like Blue Lock.
Blue Lock
is supposed to be incredible.
but there's no fighting in Blue Lock. But Blue Lock is still good and exciting because it's like, here's a competition between them.
Yeah, the conflict in Blue Lock comes from everybody's ego.
Yeah.
And like, I have to one up the guy next to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the conflict comes from, which is still good. It's really relatable.
Yeah.
It's a relatable conflict because like we all go through that way, like whether it's work, school, sport, whatever, where like everybody's main goal is to be selfish. Like, I gotta prove me. I gotta be the best. I gotta be the better one, you know.
I think
I haven't seen it. That's what I hear, you know.
A good balance of that old concept was the boxing anime I was telling you about, Hajime no Ippo, where there's fighting because it's boxing, but it's less about a punch battling. And that's the excitement. It's like it's actually like punching is like part of it, but it's like the sport aspect of it. It was like that's the entertaining part. Like, oh man, he trained really hard to study this guy and learn his moves and learn how to dodge out of the way and like actually go through the training of like being able to do the sport aspects of this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan.
Different points of like tension is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
Like fighting should be tension because exactly like you were watching One Piece as a podcast. Imagine you just didn't see the fights. Like, oh, cool, he's gonna fight Arlong and it's really epic, and then he says all this stuff and then he beats Arlong. Is seeing the punching and kicking of Arlong really matter? It's cool to look at. It's fun. It doesn't really matter to the story though.
I guess I see where you're coming from. I don't know. I think that for me, I'm not a big sports anime guy in the first place. I think if I wanted more of something,
like a niche view. Like
right now, if I was like, man, looking forward, like what I would want more of is a good slice of life, good like rom-com. I mean, Horimiya is supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it.
I haven't heard of it.
It's huge. It was really big. There's a lot, but
Violet Evergarden is a good like entry level slice of life one. I don't know if you've seen that one on. There's like 2 of them on Netflix.
I zoned out. You said
you zoned out in the middle of our.
We're literally talking. You said words, and I didn't process anything they just said. Like it just like
the whole entire.
You hit this motion when I said Horimiya, and then my brain like.
What are you, a cat? Like I jiggle my keys, and that's enough to freaking get you
Speaking of cats, my cats wanted to be all up on the couch. Well, Blair wanted to be all up on the couch before we started recording. Now she doesn't even come here.
Good.
Sly.
I'm emitting my aura to keep them away, so we actually have a professional space.
Fuck a professional space, bro. Like, come on. We're not built for that. We haven't made a funny the whole time.
Huh? I've been hilarious this entire time.
No, you haven't. You're over-explaining.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's my job.
Yeah, and I'm trying to keep you on track. This is hard for my brain.
You're trying to do the job I'm supposed to do. That's the
exactly.
hard part. I'm horrible.
Backwards.
I'm horrible at it. Where did we leave off before you? I think I was talking about like
I'm like stun locked.
Easy access.
What was the anime? No, you said you said there's
Violet
a good
Evergarden.
entry level. Oh yeah. I have heard of it.
Yeah. So that's like a good like.
That was like really sad though.
Yeah.
It's on my watch list.
Yeah. That's the hard part of getting people into
No, a
anime.
good entry rom-com for me is Call of the Night. That's a good like
Man, is that one entry level? Let me think.
that's entry level for sure. Guy hates his daily life, so he starts sneaking out at night, meets a vampire, falls in love with a vampire. Like,
Yeah, I guess that people can freaking
come on,
watch
bro.
garbage like
Yeah, that's like
Twilight, and they can get into that. I
Yeah.
mean, oh my gosh, vampires? That's not really serious. Like, guy, you've watched Scooby Doo when you're little, bro. You can watch all this stuff.
I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it.
What
I
do you
hope
think
that
the
they come out
impact of
with more.
Scooby Doo was in the entire? What it's
I'm gonna
important.
I'm gonna go to my next therapy session, my first therapy session, and I'm gonna be like, I think Scooby Doo.
I think Scooby Doo had
Listen,
a really big
you want me to
impact
tell
in
you
my life.
something?
Huh.
Yeah, off topic. But you said Scooby Doo, and you know the first thing I thought of was
Huh.
the fucking the girls,
The Hex Girls.
the Hex girls.
Why, man?
That's all I could think
Why
of.
is that the first thing you thought of?
Because you said Scooby Doo, and how did Scooby Doo influence? And I was like, Hex girls. I saw a clip today, and it's like, I don't know if you remember. If I talk about it, if you'll remember the scene, but like the Teen Titans are like at a party,
Uh-huh.
and like Starfire is dancing, and she's all like fucking fluttery and like nothing, and then it pans to like her sister, Blackfire.
Yeah.
Like, what? And Blackfire's like,
Yeah, that was it for you.
and I was like, oh my god, I forgot that happened. That definitely changed the way my brain worked.
Yeah. Damn,
Yeah.
they got you early with the goth girls, bro. I bet you
Dude.
like Shigo from Kim Possible
Yeah,
too.
no, Shigo. I fucking loved Shigo. I was waiting for the day that Shigo like left Draken and became a good guy. Was his name Draken?
Yeah, I'm surprised you remember. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, and became a good guy. I was waiting for that shit. I was yearning for it. Even
Damn,
I
early,
loved
early
Shigo.
cartoons really had an impact. Now cartoons are
Raven.
just
I mean,
ass.
Raven was also another one. That's what we could have a whole segment, a whole other day of fucking
Yeah.
podcast to talk about that. Yeah, I love. Yeah, I mean,
We can talk about freaking early life shaping cartoons.
we could do that another time because
Sponge-
holy fuck,
SpongeBob shaped my comedy
Courage
a
the
lot.
Cowardly Dog exists.
Yep.
Cat Dog,
Yep.
Ren and Stimpy.
Yep. Some of those shows were not made for children.
That's another day.
Some
That's
of those
another
shows
day.
were just not
That's
straight up
another
not for
day,
kids.
bro. That's a day where we can come and we can put clips.
Yeah.
We can literally pull up clips like Ren and Stimpy clips. Like
What was the worst childhood show? Not worse in terms of like it was bad, but like kids should not be watching this.
Ren and Stimpy.
I think it was definitely Ren and Stimpy, man.
100%.
Like, kids should not have been watching that show.
The clip of like they were
The
sawing.
seesaw, yeah.
Dude, like, oh my God.
God bless.
I think we
That
sat
was
through a
horrible.
con one time and it was like the panel was like kids shows and like subliminals and kids shows.
Subliminal messages in kid shows.
And I think like every other one was a Ren and Stimpy clip.
yeah.
I think every other
Some
one.
of the stuff in Cat Dog was kind of weird too.
SpongeBob has some weird shit in it too.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
Like
Some
anyways,
of that stuff is
let's reel it back in.
childhood shaping.
Reel it back in. We're throwing some more coal in the fire when going back to anime. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like our era is done. I feel like our time with anime is over. It breaks my heart a little bit when I think about it.
I feel like something else will take over. Like the
hope-
shonen
I
era,
hope.
I feel like should be going down and dying out.
I hope. It's just like it's such a tough pill to swallow. It's like we watched an era of anime
Yeah.
die. And we watched another era of anime and it's coming to a close. Like with the ending of the new big three, the
Mhm.
JJK, the My Hero, there's more than three, but with the ending of that era comes the man, like, should we end here with this era? Like just send
I-
it right here and go. Like really just be
I don't think so.
adults,
And I think a
you
good
know?
point against that is Pokemon as a whole. Because yeah, we start off with like Emerald and stuff. That's mine. Emerald and stuff is my first
I don't
one.
have a phone. It's over there. Right there.
Emerald and Fire Red and Red and all that stuff is the first one. But dude, the last Pokemon game that came out like a year or two ago, that's like some 8-year-old's first Pokemon game. Like you feel me? And Pokemon's still like
what
a
was it,
fresh
Violet?
concept to a lot of people.
Oh, the Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet.
I still haven't played through it because I have the
You're not missing
handheld
out.
Switch. No, I know I am missing out. What I enjoyed it, but the performance is so bad.
Yeah, that's my beef with it. It's like you're the highest grossing franchise on the planet of literally anything.
But they're rinse and repeating.
That's my problem. It's like they have such a capability of
Can
like
you blame them though?
yes,
We
yes, I
let them
can.
get away with it. Can
I'm-
you blame them? It's like Call of Duty. Can you blame Call of Duty?
Yeah, I can.
We, the consumer, allowed them to get away with it, brother.
Yeah. But I can still blame them. Just because I give you a gun doesn't mean you have to shoot me. Yeah, it's my fault. I gave you the gun to begin with. You feel me? Like, the choice is still yours, whatever the incentive may or may not be. Like, Pokemon has all the money in the world to make a fantastic game and just, like,
hold on.
do the bare minimum.
You don't give them the money and then they give you the game. They make the game and then you give them the money.
Yeah, but how do they get to their next game unless we gave them the money for the last one? They nailed it with the first few Pokemon.
Fault. It's still your fault. Is what I'm saying. Like, I gave you the gun and then you shot me. It's not the same as you made the game and I gave you money.
Yeah.
You didn't give them money and then they started developing.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
no,
here's the idea.
Obviously, that's the problem, right? It's the consumers that are just funding, like, hey, this was bad. I don't care because it has Pokemon on top of it, so I want it.
I want it.
If people just actually just, like, held their money for one generation, maybe they think, let's make a Pokemon game as good as Pokemon Coliseum was for its time. I would cry.
Not gonna
I would cry.
Not gonna happen.
If the next Pokemon game was just
the next one's gonna be
Pokemon Coliseum, but just up to modern standards, I'd be so happy.
The same way
I'm not buying a
fucks us every time
Pokemon
they give us
game
a new console is the same way Pokemon will keep fucking us.
Yep. I told myself after Scarlet and Violet.
I haven't owned a Nintendo console since the Wii.
Good. Honestly, just not worth it. They're gonna announce the next one.
Because the Switch that I have is not even mine. It's Dio's. Shout out Dio. He lent it to me so I could play Scarlet. And I played, I got 2 gym badges and I was like, I can't do this. Because it's the mini.
Yeah.
It's not the one, it doesn't have a dock. You can't put it on the TV. And it just doesn't run. I don't get motion sick for shit. It's horrible.
You know what's the worst part about that game? The worst part about that game, aside from performance.
What?
They advertised it as it's open world. You can see the Pokemon running around, and and it's great. You can choose the order of what gyms you want to do. Okay. And you can't do that, even though the game tracks what order you do things in. You can go on the map, it'll tell you, you did this first, you did this second, you did this third. It'll have it all numbered. You know how easy it is to tell the game, depending on how many things you've done, scale it accordingly. Because the players should have Pokemon around this level. You know how easy it is to do that because they already track it. You could have gone to the 8th gym first. You could have gone to the first gym
Let's think of other like open world like RPGs. Do other open world RPGs do that?
Where they let you determine how you make progress?
Next. Yeah. And they scale it accordingly.
The best one is Breath of the Wild that does that. And the new one, I don't remember them. Tears of the Kingdom. Because you can go straight from when you spawn to the very end of the game. No prep, no upgrades. And the game is like
scaled to you.
No. The scaling doesn't change.
Okay, but that's essentially the same thing in Pokemon. The gyms don't change.
No. But the difference is, since I can go straight there, I'm going to you as weak as possible. The boss is still level, let's say, it's not like levels, let's say level 50. The boss is still level 50. It doesn't scale down to you. You don't scale up to it unless you go and get upgrades and better armor and
so then you end up having to go through a linear progression anyways. What Pokemon did.
No, you don't have to. The idea is there's like 4 main.
You're not forced to do that, but because it doesn't scale down, like being able to play the gyms in any order you wanted would only make sense if it's scaled to where you are.
That's what I'm saying.
We're agreeing on that, right?
Yeah.
We're on the same floor there.
Yeah.
Right.
If I have
so
one
if
gym
you wanted
badge,
to go to the 8th gym, right? But you only have 2 gym badges, it should be around level 20, like 30.
Yeah.
25 to 30.
Yes.
Right? All Pokemon. Now you're using Breath of the Wild and the new one as an example of where you can go to the very end at the very beginning, but it won't scale down. Because it doesn't scale down, it forces you into a linear progression anyways.
So I see what you're saying. The point I'm using for Breath of the Wild is that you can determine
did the same thing.
You can determine how you make that progress.
Right, but you can go to the 8th gym.
But you can't. That's the thing.
What do you mean you can't?
You can't go to the 8th gym in the Pokemon game because it doesn't let you.
It'll
be like you don't have enough badges.
Okay, it's open world, but you don't have enough badges. It's the same thing. Like, what's the difference? What, you want to be able to walk in there and get your ass beat because it didn't scale down?
I'm saying you should be able to go to the 8th gym, and the levels and the Pokemon should change depending on how many badges you have.
You're talking in motherfucking circles, my brother.
What I'm saying for Pokemon is that
it's not what Breath of the Wild did. What Breath of the Wild did, and
realistically, I'm not beating level 50 Pokemon, level 10 Pokemon. What I'm saying is I should be able to go to gyms in any order because that's what they advertise.
I hate this guy. I understand. I'm just saying that the open world they gave you is the same open world that you're talking about in Legend of Zelda. It's the same open world.
No.
The only difference is that when you get to the 8th gym, when you
Uh-huh.
first start the game, you get there and it tells you, hey, you don't have enough badges to walk in. Right? On the other hand,
Mhm.
you're not level 50 and you don't have any upgrades, so you can fight it, but you're just gonna
Right.
die.
So the point I'm
But
trying to get
neither
at
of them
is
scale to where you are in the story.
Okay.
To how your progression.
That's fine.
Okay. Pokemon would be awesome if it did scale.
It makes sense that it scales
It would
because
be
in the
awesome.
lore of the game, obviously the first gym leader isn't a gym leader because he has these 3 level 10 Pokemon. He has a full party. I want to be able to choose if and when I can fight that party.
Yeah.
If I want him to be the last gym, the third gym, the fifth, the
Yes.
first.
Right. Because in the show, like
They have it all.
you can go in whatever order. Yeah, I get you.
That's how it should be.
That would be really cool. It would be, yeah, I get it.
That and just like obviously the performance issues and all that crap is like
How the fuck did we get here?
$1 billion crap. That's what we do, man.
We're at an hour and 20 minutes. How are we feeling?
That's a good number.
Yeah?
I like 120. It's 120 minutes.
It isn't.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Yeah. What's 120 divided by 60?
That's 2 hours, you idiot.
Yeah.
How did I agree to do this with you?
Huh? I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
All right.
Wait, how do you want to wrap this up?
I don't know. We didn't plan that. We planned a little bit of this, but we didn't plan that.
No, we didn't plan
We
that.
didn't even think about that. All right.
When you order a burrito, do you order the ingredients separately and the tortilla separately? So you wrap it up yourself, or do you have the person do it?
They wrap it up.
You have the employee wrap it?
Oh, yeah.
You don't think you can wrap it better?
Hell no.
I always think I wrap it better, and I'm always wrong. But I had never changed my strategy
I'll
or
be
my
honest.
formula.
Since Chipotle popularized the burrito bowl,
Uh-huh.
I don't get burritos. I'm a bowl.
Here's what I do.
I'm a bowl guy.
I always get bowl, but I get a side of tortilla because I always try to prove myself right that I can do burritos better than I can't.
Bowl. Actually, I always get a bowl, and a tortilla, and I first I take half the bowl, put it in the tortilla, and I eat the other half of the bowl.
That's exactly what I do. That's the best formula to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even get to do that anymore. When I go to Chipotle, I have to have a salad. I don't even eat the rice. I don't get a real bowl.
Oh no, you just order the same exact meal, just replace the rice with lettuce. Done.
Yeah. But when I do that, I'm not gonna put it in a burrito without rice in it. Feels weird.
No, you can.
But just lettuce, it's a wrap then, and it's like, dude.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
No.
What's the difference between a wrap and a burrito?
The extra 5 minutes of putting into this podcast, brother. Listen, it was fun. It was awesome.
I think it was.
I had a good time.
I think it was fun this time around.
I did want to cover one more thing before we go.
Okay.
Which we didn't cover at the beginning like I wanted to because we kind of just got right into it. And I think we rolled pretty well today. I think we did a good job. To the Tilt Express, to the homies.
Yep.
I really do hope to see you guys get involved. Part of the motivation behind starting this podcast and getting content going is that we as a group of friends deserve to shine, I think.
Yep.
I think that we have so much diversity and so much to offer as a group. And I'd like to put that out there. So this is an open invite to everybody in the Tilt Express, all the homies.
We all have
Get
ideas. We're trying to establish a platform in which we can make those ideas come to fruition.
Yeah. I know we've done a lot around some ideas of group projects in the past. I would like this to be us putting our foot not in the door, but through the door. It just gets stuck, right?
Yep.
Fuck it. Through the door. And putting some of those ideas out there. Getting real with it. So let us know if you have any feedback. If you have any things you want us to cover. Me and Nathan have that dynamic. Hopefully we get a little goofy as these podcast episodes go, as we get more comfortable, and we have some clippage. I don't know that we got clippage out of today, so it was a pleasure. Nifpad, thank you for coming.
No, thanks for having me.
You're always welcome. My house is your house, and
I'm always gonna be here.
Yeah, I'll always be here.
All right.
Anyways, you guys have a wonderful time. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you for hanging out with us. This is episode 1.
That was a
of the
wrap.
Tilt Express podcast. It's a wrap.